So aloha, welcome back to the channel, and this is going to be a Say Intentions flight. It's going to be a quick one. I'm going to be going from Westerly over to New Haven, which is like a quick 20-minute hop. I'm going to be exercising my Say Intentions, which I haven't done in a while, and I've got a tablet over here, which I actually have Comlink running. I like having Comlink up and running, and I've got my Flight Plan Go right here, which also has my flight plan loaded, and I have a flight plan in my GTN 750. Yeah, so without any further ado, let's fire up the aircraft. And now I have set up the audio to come through the cockpit, not my headset, which is why I've got an ear off. That way you can hear everything that I hear as I sally forth. Okay, so let's, parking brake is set. Now the reason I'm doing this is just to make sure that everything in the sim is kind of aligned with what I've got. Okay, so let's, right, parking brake is set. All right, avionics, right there, fuel pump. All right, I want my beacon going, turn my strobe, turn my pitot heat because it is cold here in New England. And prop clear, mixture full rich, throttle cracked in. All right. Feels good to be back in the cockpit yet again. Alrighty. So now let's get our ATIS. And transfer. There. Got my feet on heels on the floor. All right. I'm going to use the brakes here. All right. Westerly traffic, 701 Lima Juliet, taxiing to runway 25 for westerly departure. Westerly traffic. Slowing down. And we're going to hold short up here. All right, I got nobody out there. Westerly traffic, Skyhawk 701 Lima Juliet, taking off runway 25 for departure straight out west. Westerly traffic. All right. So here we go. Right. And we're coming up on it. There we go. We're good. Let's get it centered up. Let's give us one notch of flaps for takeoff. Don't really need them, but I'm going to use them anyways. Airspeed's alive. And not the prettiest takeoff, but we're up. Providence departure, Skyhawk 701 Lima Juliet, 1,000 feet. All right, they just acknowledged and they asked for my intentions. Providence approach, 701 Lima Juliet, VFR to New Haven. Squawk 1334 and ident for 701 Lima Juliet. And let's enter and ident. Altimeter 3003 for 701 Lima Juliet. Descend and maintain requested altitude, 701 Lima Juliet. I didn't actually request an altitude, so there's probably a default that I messed up on. Providence approach, 701 Lima Juliet is descending for requested altitude. I acknowledged him before. He just keeps saying the same thing. So now I'm gonna go down to 1,500 feet. I didn't request it, but I'm gonna do it anyways. And span a little. Okay. Providence approach. Altitude is at my discretion for 701 Lima Juliet. Thanks. Have a good day. He just gave me altitude at my discretion. I'm going to hang out at 1,500 feet. Just going to get on track here. Okay, so we're on autopilot at 1,500 feet. We're going to come right back up on our track there. Old Lime altimeter 003 for 701 Lima Juliet. Thanks. They just told me they had radar contact on me and gave me my altimeter. All right, so my ATIS, it's information Foxtrot, wind 310 at 10, visibility 10, sky conditions are clear, temperature is 0, dew point -7, altimeter setting 30.06, runway 2 is in use, which I kind of expected. There's towing in progress near the FBO, and there is bird activity in progress. Contact New York approach on 124075 for 701 Lima Juliet. Thanks. Have a good day. New York approach 701 Lima Juliet at 1,500 VFR for New Haven. Altimeter 3003 for 701 Lima Juliet. Thanks. Have a good day. So they shifted me right over to New York approach. New York approach came back. So far, it's really seamless. Contact Tweed New Tower, Tweed New Haven Tower on 124.8 for 701 Lima Juliet. Thanks. Have a good day. Notice I made a hiccup and it was awesome. They just shifted me over, no questions. So even with my mistake, Say Intentions just kept right on rolling. I really like that because they just came back and told me to shift over or to shift to Tweed New Haven. Tweed New Haven Tower, Skyhawk 701, Lima Juliet, with information. Foxtrot is 12 miles to the east. Enter left downwind for runway 2, 701 Lima Juliet. Thanks. So far, everything's seamless. Granted, this is a very simple flight, but early on with Say Intentions, because I was an early adopter, there were a lot of hiccups early on, but now it's kind of seamless. I'm not having those hiccups. They're they're coming back quickly. Different voices each time, which I really like. It's been pretty good. All right, so we're gonna end up going a little bit past the airport, coming left downwind, and okay. So far, I am really impressed. We'll see how it is when I'm on the ground. See if I can airport diagram. So I'm going to land. I'm going to guess they're going to have me up this way. So we'll just try to get general aviation parking. Off of runway 2. This is where I'm going to be a little slow because I'm actually going to bring up the airport diagram after I land, just so I have it up in its current. The one thing I do like having, even though I really haven't used it much, is the Comlink software from Say Intentions off to the side. I can always look and see if I missed anything. I can get the frequencies. Now I can get my frequencies from my GTN 750 or from my my electronic flight bag, but I can also look over here. And these will shift depending on where you are in the world, which is kind of nice. They follow your flight, which I really love. I love the fact that I can keep it off my windows. So my windows are clear and it's nothing but just wraparound visuals, which I'm really happy with. Tweed New Haven Tower, 701 Lima Juliet, turning left downwind for runway 2. Tweed New Haven Tower, 701 Lima Juliet, turning left base for runway 2. Tweed New Haven Tower, 701 Lima Juliet, turning final, runway 2. Not my prettiest landing ever, but I think it'll be okay. Definitely the wind isn't helping me. Contact ground on 121.7 for 701 Lima Juliet. Thanks. Have a good day. Let's view the airport diagram. Tweed New Haven ground, 701 Lima Juliet. Request taxi to general aviation parking. Taxi to Robinson Aviation via Echo Bravo Charlie Hotel for 701 Lima Juliet. Thanks. Have a good day. So, I believe that's Echo. Tweed New Haven ground, 701 is clear the active runway. We're going to go over there. So we got to get to hotel. Now, he did leave out the Alpha, but Charlie and Alpha kind of converge here, so I can see why he would have done that. But I definitely see an improvement with from where I initially used SayIntentions on their taxi instructions. So let's do it quick right here. Let's go park down here. He didn't really tell me where to park. But we'll park with our buddy Cessnas here. Actually, we'll find an available spot. Got to be a spot, right? So let's go right there. Try to get right on the line there. I doubt we'll be able to, and I don't want to get too close to these guys, but I do want to kind of look like I'm trying to do something here. All right. So we're going to call this as good as we're going to get. And we're going to set our parking brake. Throttle's out. Fuel down. Okay, so off the mixture. I'm going to leave my avionics on for a minute. My annunciator panel came on, which I liked. Tweed New Haven ground, 701 Lima Juliet is at parking and powering down. Thanks for the support. Have a good night. Let's see if they come back for that. Not hearing anything. Would have been nice to hear him come back with something, but all right, so let's turn avionics off. Master off. So we are powered down. And I gotta say, with respect to SayIntentions, there was my pen. Look at that. That was a seamless flight. I know it sounds like it was a simple flight, but on previous iterations of this exact same flight plan, SayIntentions had issues with my taxi instructions, had issues with passing me off between Providence and New York and getting me back to Tweed New Haven on the tower. But here it was very seamless. So I got to say, I'm really impressed with what I'm seeing from SayIntentions. I want to get more into it as I can. So the next thing I'm probably going to do is I'm going to figure out how to get AI traffic and get more interactions with SayIntentions. But overall, I got to say I'm impressed. This was a great flight. I was horrible. Their software was great. I mean, I barely made it on that runway, but they were awesome. So hats off to those guys, the folks at SayIntentions. I love the improvements you've made. I'm definitely looking forward to flying with you guys more, at least with your software. And yeah, I can't recommend it enough. I am not paid in any way, shape, or form. I am not affiliated with Say Intentions in any way, shape, or form. Uh, and for the next flight with them, I'll try to figure out what I did wrong. In Microsoft Flight Simulator, I thought I had set up the radio calls to come via the main speaker, but they were still coming via the headset. So I got to figure that out. That's on me. That's why you heard me mentioning what they were saying. I just couldn't get it to come out of the speakers. But I got to say I'm happy with what I've got so far. Definitely happy. So if you stuck with me for the whole flight, thanks for sticking with me. If you just skip to the end, spoiler, I guess, at the end, which I don't think that's a spoiler, is the Say Intentions software was absolutely flawless on this flight. Couldn't say anything nicer about it. It was a great flight. So I'm going to do more with it. I'm going to do more in the Cessna 172 than I have been recently. Now, my 2 cents here on Say Intentions, that because I love the software, you saw that. Now, I like to fly in other setups. And in the past with Say Intentions, you had to affiliate it with a specific machine. So, like, I couldn't jump on Frankenpit and go on Say Intentions. My Say Intentions is stuck in here. So, to the folks at Say Intentions, if you've already done this, somebody yell at me. But if you guys could either come up with a way to, like, hey, pay like $2 extra a month or whatever, and put your account on 2 machines, that would be amazing, because I'd be able to fly here and on my other setup. And I would love that, because I think my other setup, I'll be jumping into other types of aircraft, and I think it'll be a lot cooler, more flexible. But that's my only hiccup, and that's not even a software issue. That's just kind of a me issue. So again, thanks to those guys for making this seamless, and thanks to everybody who was flying with me, who stuck with me. Yeah, there's more to follow with this, and thanks again for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, as always, throw them below. Stay safe out there, and as always, happy flying and cheers.